大家好 ，Nice to meet you here，很高兴在这里见到你们。This is Liang, and welcome to my channel. This channel is mainly for me to share with you some which I regard as very interesting knowledge about Chinese as a language, and this is the first video of this channel. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about my motivations that why I'm making these videos, and also because this motivation has also shaped the main style or the main angle of my channel. I hope this will give you an idea of what you may get from watching my videos. About learning language, I think you may agree with me that, to learn a second language, it's not just about to gain the capacity or to learn about this kind of tool to communicate with some other people who speak a different language with you. It is also about understanding a cultural perspective. And this is what I really want to share with my audience here, because every language would not be born in a vacuum, and each of them has its unique form. How this unique form came into being is closely related to the history shared by the group who invented the language of their effort to understand and represent the world. And the evolution of this language goes along with the occurred social shifts in this group society. Up to here, let's take the Chinese character as an example, because a lot of people complain about Chinese characters really hard to learn. Chinese character as a language is known as an ideographic language, and the earliest Chinese characters we can find now are like drawings representing certain things or events. How those pictorial-like characters come to birth in the first place is still a mystery. What is widely agreed, though, is that it relates to the shamanistic ritual in the old days in China. The people at the time tried to decide on important things, such as if tomorrow is a good day to grow crops. To do so, they put something like turtle shells in the fire, the heat of which would cause cracks to appear on the surface of the shells. The Chinese people then viewed those cracks as messages from the deities they adored at the time, helping them to make decisions. Then they deciphered those messages by reading the shapes and forms of those cracks and recorded the results on animals' bones. Their writing, of course, complied with the same principle that certain shapes and forms expressed certain meanings, and this has become the foundation of the invention of the Chinese characters, which has made it as a language very different from those of phonetic languages such as English and Arabic. Therefore, the knowledge of Chinese as a language is also about the history of how ancient Chinese tried to survive and thrive. Meanwhile, the cultural perspective that is embedded in the history of China has entangled in the process of the invention and evolution of the Chinese character. Therefore, languages are like, the documents of history and the cultures that have nurtured them. Here, I'd like to give you an example, and I'd like to take this character, She, as the example. This character, She, is formed by two parts, Shi and Tu. The left part, which is from Shi, refers to something about rituals to worship those deities, and the right half, Tu, means earth. The meaning of this character, She, is society. I think you will agree with me that how this character is formed excellently shows that when it was invented, how important agriculture was, by the way, nowadays still is, for the Chinese people. This kind of cultural perspective to talk about the Chinese language will be an important angle of the videos I'm going to make. I'm intrigued by the richness of this cultural heritage I inherited as a Chinese, and I can't wait to share it with someone like you who may also want to know more about it. Meanwhile, in doing this, I hope it will make the learning of Chinese, which, for some people, it's regarded as one of the hardest languages to learn, may be a little bit more interesting and will benefit you in this process of learning in the long term. So this is all for today. I hope you have enjoyed my video and I look forward to seeing you again. And don't forget to like and to share it with your friends. Okay, so now, 再见，拜拜。